sitting at home.
Looking for the video bros.
Guess you could call us Video Bros.
Alright, welcome back to Video Bros. Yeah, it's just that form of media. You don't have to like something and complain about it and say other people shouldn't like it because of that. Or should like it.
I loved Nolan actually for calling Izzy out on that and disagreeing with her. And he was like, shut up, the Super Mario Bros. Z reboot is fucking amazing. I'm actually starting to like him now. He's actually pretty damn funny. I used to hate him, but now I'm like, no, this guy's pretty damn funny. He almost always makes me laugh. Didn't want to do that. I accidentally used a shock arrow. Not that we need them anymore. You know how many shock arrows we used? Except the one I just used. In total, we used 6 for that whole thing before.
Alright, so we're gonna end this here.
After I killed this Guardian Scout.
You don't even go back to it, it's gonna come back.
I'm gonna at least get stuff for it. Yeah, I don't care about the difficulty mode for the Season Pass, because this game's hard enough.
I don't even want to know what that, like I said, I don't even want to know what that is.
Yeah,
what the hard mode is.
This game's hard enough, so I'm not gonna do it. I think you can lift this chest up. I'm gonna do that first, actually. Actually, no, I'm lying. What I'm gonna do first...
Attack that. You already opened it anyway.
What I'm gonna do first is that. And this. I'm gonna do this first. No, I don't want to climb the fucking Cryonis pillar. I'm gonna put my switch in this thing first so I can get the whole map of the dungeon first. Okay, so I'm having that put there. Sorry we couldn't actually complete a dungeon in this session like I was planning to, people. It was a long pain in the ass climb to get to this specific dungeon.
That's what any dungeon though.
Yeah, but this one especially. This is why I actually saved this one to do as the third dungeon. And then the last one I did was the one for Gerudo Desert.
You will see several glowing points on your map which represent the terminals that control Ruta.
So as Mythos Ghost said, people, you have to go to the 5 different terminals all around the Divine Beast dungeons and then like take control of the beast by going to all 5 terminals and then going to the final one, which is usually somewhere in the middle of the dungeon or in some other room. And then you go to that one to take control, but you have to fight a boss usually before you do it. And then you take control for real afterwards. I'm gonna break that just to, you know, break it. Alright, so we have the whole map system for this dungeon. So, next session, I think you know what's gonna happen.
I think we should end it off with the amiibos.
Okay, well...
We'll get all the amiibos, like we do every episode, we get all the amiibos at the end. Use them all.
We can work back here anyway, so it doesn't matter.
We need to prepare for the next session.
You know what I meant to say before? That, like, when I was talking about the iPhones and stuff?
What?
Do you remember that video Pioneer Rules did over a year ago? About the don't like, don't watch argument?
About the what?
The don't like, don't watch argument.
Yeah, if you don't like it, don't watch it. You don't have to complain about it.
Chris Hardwick actually did a thing, because I think he's sponsored by Apple or something. I don't know. When the iPhone...
You can do it right there. You don't have to...
I wasn't sure if it was a big enough space.
No, you could do it here.
Chris Hardwick actually did, like, a thing on his stupid midnight show on Comedy Central. Because I think he's, like, partnered with Apple or something.
Uh-huh.
And he, at the time when they were unveiling and showing off the iPhone 7, and people were complaining about how there's not a headphone jack in the iPhone 7.
Yeah.
He was like, oh, well, here's an idea. You could just not buy it. You don't have to buy it. And people were cheering, and it's like, that's a dumb thing to say. Obviously, people want to buy it.
What do you think I have?
It's like, obviously people want to buy it, but this one factor is just being a detriment to why people don't want to buy it.
No, they're just mad because
it's a way for Apple to just make money off of buying more accessories for the iPhone 7, and that's a greedy thing they did.
not necessarily. Not the reason why.
Meanwhile, the Galaxy S7 was revealed recently, or at least pictures were leaked, and it showed it has a headphone jack. So they stuck it to Apple and gave them the middle finger by doing that, and be like, "Ha, take that, Apple. We have a headphone jack."
At least we have a headphone jack.
Yeah,
I know, but
that's funny.
See, that's not the thing though, because you can't. Because it's like you have a headphone jack, yes, but it's also like if you use the lightning port that's in the phone, like the USB cable.
That's what my boss told me about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because she has the iPhone 7 too.
Yeah, but if you use that
7 Plus,
and you get the right headphones for it, you'll get amazing quality out of your headphones that way. Like, that's the reason why they didn't want to put a headphone jack in there. To get people to stop using old technology and adopt the new technology.
Well, Rick from Review Tech USA also said at the time when he did a video on it, they also did it to, like, just sell more accessories for the iPhone 7.
They could have. That's another reason also, but
that's a greedy thing to do. But
that's not
the thing that's wrong with saying don't like, don't buy, or don't like, don't watch, whatever. You're telling people to shut up and to not have an opinion when you say that, and that's very childish to do.
Yeah, but you know something though?
Because it's like, oh, you don't like it? Shut up.
You know most of the people that complain about it are the people that bought the phone.
That's just exactly what my friend Mike G said.
Still love the fucking details. I need to get one of these.
That's the thing, though, is Pyre Rules did a video on that argument, which I was always bothered by it, so I'm, like, glad he did a video putting into good detail why it's, like, a bad argument of don't like, don't buy, or don't like, don't watch, whatever way you're using the argument. Because you're...
Wait, what'd you get out of that?
Shock arrows.
What, did you get the other two chests?
Yes. One of them had a shield that I couldn't carry.
Okay. Was it a good shield?
I don't think so.
Well, that doesn't help.
I'm not bringing her to a fucking stable right now.
I mean, you could, so you already have it right here.
Yeah, but I'm not wasting my time. But, like, the thing about that, like, if you don't like an episode of a show and you review it and someone's like, oh, well, don't like it, don't watch it, they're telling you to shut up when they say that. They're like, okay, well...
You see what I don't get, though?
They'll do that to shut up criticism. It's like, you can't stifle criticism by saying that, because that's shutting down criticism because someone disagrees with you on something. That's not healthy. Like, that's, as I said, that's a way of saying, okay, you don't like it, so don't have an opinion.
Well, what I don't get, though, like, if you didn't have people that did that and looked at the bad episodes of a show, or review anything and say that this TV show itself is bad or the movie's bad or whatever, we wouldn't know to go watch the movie then, or watch a TV show.
Plus, you also can't tell someone to not watch something if they already watched it. Cause
and even if
shh, keep your voice. Because if I already watched an episode of a show and I thought it was bad, and you're saying don't like it, don't watch it, I already watched it. It's not like I can go back in time and change it so I can't watch it. I didn't watch it now, can I? I can't rewind time.
No.
And also...
You could forget about it, though.
And also, that would make it have you saying, don't like it, don't watch it, totally pointless.
If you don't like it, you don't have to review it.
Hey, if you don't like Nazis, then just stop hanging out with them. No one said that in the podcast, and I'm like, really? I thought that was hilarious. Because then they were making fun of the argument.
Like, if you don't like Zelda, why are you complaining about it? But that's the thing I hate.
The one time you can use the argument where it actually fits is if someone uses the argument already on you. Like, if someone commented on our Teen Titans Go review parts from a couple years ago, and they're like, if you don't like the show, don't watch it. Well, it's like, well, you're watching this video on our channel, so if you don't like it, you don't have to watch our video. So it works on people that already use the argument.
I know.
So it's like, well, if you don't like our video, don't watch it, because if they said that to you, if they don't like the show, don't watch it. But mainly, it's like, a lot of people... I like when that happens. I've noticed a lot of people will use that argument
Don't break that. Use a different weapon.
This is pretty shitty, so I'll just use this.
You can shock the enemy, though. It's not gonna do anything.
I noticed a lot of people will just use that as a blanket argument to shut up people from criticizing things up. Oh, nice. I've never had that happen before.
Ooh, this is gonna be bad. Blood Moon.
Like, as I was saying though, like, they were talking about this, and it's like, shutting down criticism, like, even if you're a content creator...
Wait, what's in that chest?
Which one?
That one right there.
Probably something I can't get. Oh, okay.
And it's like a... That's what I'm saying, like, you didn't open it.
But they were talking about and saying, though, like, trying to stifle criticism because you don't like what someone's saying about something of yours, or something you like that they don't like. Stifling criticism because they think different than you on something, that's not healthy.
Not at all.
If we didn't have people commenting... I remember Pie Guy Rules bringing up a good point on this. If you didn't have people giving honest, like, opinions on things, and, like, sharing their real opinions on something, like, people commenting on your videos, giving any sort of criticism, all we would literally have is just trolls commenting everywhere.
Here's your massive size fucking amiibo.
And he was saying, like, you can't just tell someone to shut up. Because effectively you're telling someone to shut up when you say don't like it, don't watch it. And then he's like, well, I mean, you can tell them to shut up, but it's not going to really accomplish anything except making you look very childish. So yeah, along with other people, I really fucking hate that argument.
It's off one of them. Put it over another fucking metal box.
Sometimes I don't have luck with that. Like, I have some problems with Iron Fist. I've been watching it and I have like a couple episodes left. I'm on episode 11, and there's 13 episodes, like how there usually is in all the MCU shows on Netflix. I don't hate the show, it's just I think it's a little flawed. Because the main actor that plays Iron Fist is like really bland. He's just not a very interesting character. The most interesting character is this hot Asian chick who's the obvious love interest that he eventually bangs, and like I'll cut the spoiler here to let people know, so people know to skip this. But like this hot Asian chick he gets within the show, like named Colleen, who is an owner of a dojo. She's like the more interesting character in this show. It's like I want to see more of her and less of the main character. Because she's very interesting and she kicks ass. I'm not just saying that because she's Asian and I like Asian chicks, but like, no, she's fucking badass. I like her. Like the other three shows, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, and Daredevil all have excellent writing behind them and an excellent cast. There's barely a time in any of the shows where like...
We didn't even get to like the thing yet.
There's not really like any moment in those shows where it's like the writing's terrible. There's a few episodes where you're just like, okay, can you just move on with the point? But for the most part, the casting is perfect in those shows, and the writing is excellent. But in Iron Fist, it's like kind of just bland, and kind of like the main character is like poorly written a little bit. I'm not saying I hate Finn Jones as the main character, as Iron Fist, but it's like they really could have gotten someone a lot better to cast as him.
That's the same argument you give people when telling them to shut up about, and then actually this is the only way, this is the only thing that you tell them to shut up about.
What?
The fact, like, if things get leaked on the internet before it comes out, or spoilers come out before, and you haven't played the game yet, or for anything, and you just randomly have to find it on like one of the gaming websites or
I felt the same thing about when Mario Kart 8 kept getting stuff leaked for it before it came out from GameSpot, and I'm like, fuck, they keep releasing everything about this game.
Yeah, but you're the guy who'd be like, but if you don't like the what do you call it, the spoilers and whatnot, just stay off the fucking internet. Just shut this stuff. Just
a lot of people will actually do that first when a certain game comes out, so until they play it or a certain movie comes out, say like until after they see the movie, so nothing gets spoiled for them. When I used to talk to Patrick at the time, he actually did that when the Force Awakens was out, until he saw the Force Awakens a few months later. So he like was not on the internet for a while.
I know, but it's like if you don't like something and you don't just don't complain about it. Put it that way.
That's still telling someone to shut up, though.
No, but I mean, like, you're complaining about it. You're not giving an opinion. You're just complaining about it.
Well, then, yeah.
If you're complaining, you're a fucking moron, because all you're doing is like, well, I don't like this, I don't like that, I don't like this. Fucking get off the fucking internet and stop complaining. Like, then you have to have an argument with someone else about it, and then...
Another thing why I hate that argument before we end this quick is, like, how do you know you're not going to like something if you don't watch it? So you tell me...
Give it a chance.
You tell me don't watch... is like, well, how am I going to know if I like it or not? Sometimes if you don't like something and you watch it, maybe you're watching it to figure out why you don't like something. You want to learn from the reasons and learn and have a good reason of why you don't like something or do like something. You want to actually give something a chance and learn something from it.
Exactly, I like that.
That's, like, these are all reasons I'm saying of what Pie Guy said, why the argument's bad, and I'm like, these are actually all things I thought before he even said them. But I think coming out of his mouth, they sound better because he's very smart. Like,
I like that a lot better.
Like, if you never watched that video and it came out like last year, I need to send it to you and you need to watch it when you get home because I fucking hate that argument, and he brought up a lot of good points why the argument fails. Also, what I was saying before, he pointed out that argument is very hypocritical. Because of when someone comments on your video of a review you did or something and they're telling you if you don't like it, don't watch it, and it's like, you literally went on YouTube and came across this video of a review of something and you're saying don't watch to someone on YouTube, and you watched their video to find out what they thought about it. How mind-blowingly hypocritical and idiotic is that?
See, there's always people on the internet that will always look to start an argument with someone.
Yeah, if you're on the internet doing anything, expect a lot of assholes.
And if you're specifically going on the internet just to start an argument with something stupid, you have no life then.
There's also people like, you know what's funny is like, I didn't bring this up before, but someone actually tried comparing like the werehog thing in Sonic Unleashed to Wolf Link and Twilight Princess. Like,
that's a stupid comment.
They're like, well, why isn't it okay for Sonic to be a werewolf if Zelda turned into a werewolf in his game? And it's like, Penn was saying, it's not the idea, it's the execution of it.
That's how you do it.
Twilight Princess did it better 2 years before Sonic Unleashed came out, and Sonic Unleashed just ripped off another game to do it. They ripped off God of War.
Because it was a purpose. Like, if you have a story behind it, like the werehog thing, all you did was, you turned into a werehog, and then you have bigger fists.
Basically, the game turns into God of War in Sonic Unleashed at that point. I'm not joking. It's the same as, it's like ripped, but worse.
Sonic of War, God of Unleashed. And
then Jim, like, I think Jim was saying about that, is like, well, also it's just because people have shit taste. And he's like, I'm not joking, like, no, those people just have shit taste. That's what he said.
Alright, guys. So we're gonna end it here. Thank you so much for watching. Click the annotations on the screen that are showing up right now, or have been showing up, and we will see you in the next session of Breath of the Wild.
And we'll actually beat a first dungeon in the next session.
Well, peace out, guys.